In this session, we are discussing Python matrix implementation, and this Python matrix implementation will be demonstrated using some sample code. We shall run them, we shall execute them, we shall show you the outputs, and also from there you will be getting the idea how to write the code. So here is the demonstration.
A matrix is a two-dimensional data structure. In the real world, we often have to define one rectangular data table to store our data, and obviously in this particular data table we'll be having multiple number of rows and multiple number of columns. So let us discuss in our Python how we can define a two-dimensional matrix. So here you see, here we are defining a two-dimensional matrix. Here we are defining one list, and the list is having 3 elements, and each element individually is another list and consisting of say 1 string and 5 integer data. So this is known as a two-dimensional matrix with integers and obviously with some strings here also. So B is another nested list, but it cannot be treated as a matrix because they are having different number of elements in this nested lists. Here you can find we are having the 6 elements are there. We are having 6 elements are there, but we are having 4 elements have got listed here. So now let us go for the printing. We can see that how the outputs are coming. So it is known as a two-dimensional matrix with integers and along with the strings. But the next one is not a matrix here because they are not having the same number of rows and columns. So each and every data items are having different number of elements inside it. So here we are having 6 elements, here we are having 4 elements, here we are having 6 elements back again. So it is not a matrix, it is a nested list, but it can be considered as a matrix. So having 3 rows and 6 columns, we can consider it. So now let us go on creating one dynamic matrix using the loop in Python here. So how to create that one? So n is equal to 3, m is equal to 4, and a is equal to 0, that is one single element in this particular list, star n, that means it will be repeated for n number of times, that means it will be repeated for 3 number of times. So if you print this a, we are getting the outcome like this one. So now for I in range n, so n is having the value 3, so this I will be ranging from 0, 1 and 2. AI is equal to 0 star m. So for each and every location of this AI, that is the ith location, ith index will have 0 for m number of times. So m is having the value 4. So for 4 number of times 0 will be there for each and every index of a. So ultimately if I print, then I'm getting a matrix which is having 3 rows and 4 columns, and all the members of this list and the nested list are zeros. So now how to access our elements there? So now let me go for this. So if we print a 0, that means the 0th element will get printed, and that is another list. So this particular outcome will be obtained. If you go for this A01, so that means we are printing this very element because the 0th location is having one list and its index number 1, that means this 0 will get printed here. So A1 comma 2, so that means we are having this A1 2, that means we are having this 0 index, this is a 1 index, and 2 means it is at the 0 index, it is at the 1 index, and it is at the 0th index. So this particular 0 will get printed here. So also you can go for the negative indexing. So you can find here, so A has got printed. Now we are going to print this -1. So -1 means this particular list will get printed here. So -1, -2. So from this -1 we are having this -2 means this very element will get printed here. So -2, -3. So -1, this is my -2, and its -3 means this is our -1, this is my -2, and this is my -3. So this particular element has got printed. So in this way, in case of matrix also we can use the indexing, we can do the slicing accordingly. Using index we can extract the required data items from this matrix. So change elements of a matrix in Python. So print A, so we are having this one. So print A, we are having this respective matrix. So B is equal to A0, that means this will be assigned to B. And whenever we are printing B, we are getting these values here. And now we are going for this B1 is equal to 75. So B1 is equal to 75 means, so this very location will have the value 75. And here you see we have written B is equal to A0. That means here the respective values, that means here we have done the copy of this A, that is the 0th element will be copied to B. So B and A both will be referring to the same memory addresses. So whenever you are printing this value of A, I'm finding that the 75 has got updated here also. The 75 has got updated here also. So to have the better clarity on this concept, please watch the video on the shallow copy and the deep copy we have done separately. So now B1 is equal to 75. So print B, so it has got the updated content of the B. But if you go for the print A, we are finding that the 0th element is having this 75 has got updated in this list also. A2 is equal to this. That means we are having this 0, 1, 2. So in the second index, the list has got updated with this new list content. So in this way, we have shown you that how to do some changes of elements of a matrix in Python. So in our discussion, we have discussed what is a matrix and how to implement it and how to do operations on this matrix. Thanks for watching this video.